Hello everyone, my name is Carlos Valdez and I wanted to put together a quick little video today to talk about a couple of different drones that I think are still a fantastic value today in November of 2024. Um, so, um, just want to put some awareness out there, some great deals that you can buy to get some good bang for your buck in terms of purchasing a drone. So if you're in the market for a new drone or maybe a replacement drone or looking to maybe slightly upgrade from an older drone, I'm going to talk about three in particular that I think are unbelievable value right now. Um, First and foremost, I'll say I am not, I'm not a YouTube personality. I don't do regular content. I don't do this professionally. So this is just to put awareness out there for the average end user, the average recreational flyer, which is what I am. I've currently studying and examining and kind of evaluating if I'm gonna do my Part 107 or obtain my Part 107. And I probably will because things are getting a little bit more regulated. But right now, I just fly recreationally, and this is more just to put awareness out there. So the other thing I'll say is I've never really been a person to go for the latest and greatest. I'm not the person that buys the hottest, newest drone. For a couple reasons. Number one, new tech can have quirks that needs to be addressed with like software updates, and I don't want to be that end user that's going through those quirks. So I would rather just me personally buy a drone that has been on the market for a little while, maybe has had some firmware updates, has had some of those quirks worked out of it. And I feel that I get a better value from that when I buy like last year's model or something like that. And that's usually what I do. So the three drones that I want to talk about today are slightly older drones. One of them is fairly old, but still an unbelievable value, I think. So I'm gonna get right into it. So the first drone that I want to talk about today is, I'll back up a little bit and I'll just say the Air 2S, the DJI Air 3S just came out. Hottest drone on the market right now. There's countless videos on it. Everyone's talking about it. Fantastic piece of tech. Prior to the Air 3S, about a year ago, there was the Air 3, and the Air 3, another unbelievably great drone. It was fantastic when it came out, and I really wanted to get one, and unfortunately, it was just way out of my price range. I just didn't justify an older drone, which I'll talk about, and I wanted to upgrade, but it was just way too much money for me. So right now, at the time of this video, November of 2024, you can get, and this is again, I'm going averages here, guys. $100 less, $100 more. It's gonna be in this ballpark, okay? And I know Black Friday is coming, and a little bit better pricing is coming as well. But I'm just talking right now at the time of this video, beginning of November of 2024, a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, a couple weeks before Black Friday. Right now, the Air 3S Fly More Combo, and by the way, I'll only talk about Fly More Combo because I think it's absolutely ridiculous to buy a drone and just have one battery. So I would never do that. So I'm just going to talk Fly More Combo. So right now, the Air 3 Fly More Combo, the Air 3, the older drone, is about $50 cheaper than the Air 3S, the newer drone. So why wouldn't you get the Air 3S? Why wouldn't you spend the extra $50 and get the new LiDAR sensor and all the new enhancements that the newer drone has? So if you were buying a DJI product, a DJI Air 3 or Air 3S, of course I would say just get the Air 3S. I mean, why would you get the Air 3 unless you found a really good deal on an Air 3 that was significantly cheaper? Now, right now, the Air 3 is going for about $1,549 for the Fly More Combo, $1,549, and the Air 3S is about $1,599, so $50 more, $1,600. Well, that's a lot of money to pay for a drone when, if you're not really a professional that's doing video content and can justify that cost, right? Maybe you can, but I want to talk about a drone that might surprise you. Now, this is not new. This has been around for about a year now, a little bit, maybe a little longer, just maybe just over a year. But this is a Specta Air. Now, for all intents and purposes, this is not new. This has been all over the internet, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because I won't bore you guys. This has been talked about, but this essentially is a drone made by a company called Specta, a Chinese company based out of Hong Kong, and they make essentially, they've either partnered or licensed the Air 3 from DJI, and they've essentially rebranded it. There's no DJI branding on it, but this is essentially an Air 3S an Air 3 in every sense of the word. It's got the same camera. It doesn't have the DJI branding anywhere, but essentially it is an Air 3. Everything in the drone hardware wise is an Air 3. There's videos on the internet where they've even taken this drone apart next to an Air 3 and they've compared them, and it's the same exact hardware. Everything, even the software that's on the controller, is the DJI software just rebranded with Specta as the name. And it's obviously an older version of the firmware, but it works. And essentially, this is an Air 3. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this drone is, you know, the drone also, just by the way, comes with the RC2 controller. Also, the DJI RC2 controller. Now, it's not branded DJI, and if I were to turn it on, and this is going to get white because of the lighting, but you'll see it as soon as I turn on. Maybe if it just flickers on the screen, you kind of can't see it. You kind of can't look. See, it says Specta. See how that says Specta instead of DJI? So this is essentially a Specta drone, or a DJI Air 3, that Specta has rebranded. And again, the reason why I wanted to talk about this drone is because of the price. So I picked this up on Amazon, and I picked it up for $799, and it came with the drone, the RC2 controller, and one battery. Okay, so $799 for the drone, the controller, and one battery. Now, they don't have a Fly More combo. They don't have a Fly More combo for that drone. You just got to buy the drone and extra batteries. So I did a couple of other things to, I guess, make my Fly More combo. So we'll keep it. We'll keep track of the dollars here, so you guys can see why I thought this was a good value. So essentially, it was $799 for the drone, so $800, and it came with the battery and the controller. I bought 2 additional batteries, and the batteries ranged. They were about $120 a piece. So that is $240. So now we're at $1,040. Okay, so we're at $1,040. $800 for the drone, $240 for the 2 extra batteries. I have a total of 3 batteries and the drone and the controller. And then, you know, you get your charging cable. I went a step further and bought a multi-charger on Amazon, just a third-party one. But other than the charger, that's essentially a Fly More combo, and it is essentially an Air 3S. Operates the same way, has all the same characteristics of flight, same camera quality. The footage is amazing, and you know, rather than spending $1,549 or $1,599 on an Air 3 or an Air 3S, the Specta Air is $799, and then depending on how many extra batteries you buy. In my case, I bought 2 for a total of 3 batteries and the drone and the controller, and I'm at $1,040. The charger that I bought was $50, and I bought some ND filters. So you know, that's some other stuff that comes with the Fly More combo. But let's say I spent another $100 on the charger, the ND filters. I bought some Master Air props, stuff like that. So I'm gonna say, you know, $1,150, right? Versus $1,550 for the comparable actual DJI model. So something to think about. Now, you know, of course, it is running an older version of the software. It's not going to have the firmware updates and stuff like that. But for what I need this drone to do, the 2 cameras and all the intelligent flight modes and everything, it's perfect. It is perfect for me. The other thing about this drone is, unlike DJI, Specta has removed the geofencing. Now, I know that that's not a huge deal because you can take it off of DJI drones. You can unlock it. There are ways to do that. But out of the box, no geofencing. So you do have to fly responsibly, obviously, and you have to be responsible for making sure you're flying in G airspace or in a safe area and you got the proper clearance. But sometimes you're near an airport with a DJI drone and you can't take off. Well, that's not the case with the Specta. So, same quality as the Air 3, significantly cheaper, no geofencing. Great value. Okay, this would be like the top of the line in the spend on my video today. This would be like, in my opinion, the best drone right now I think that you can get if you want a high-end drone for a significantly lower price. I think this is one of the best values on the market right now. Again, Specta Air only available on Amazon. It's usually $9.99 on Amazon, but they currently, they usually run a special where they either take 150 off or 200 off. I happened to catch it right when it was $7.99, 200 off. So that's how I got that deal. So unbelievable. The next drone I want to talk about is an older drone. I've had this drone for almost 2 years. And again, if you didn't notice, guys, I apologize. I should have mentioned this. I skin my drones. I use a skin. I get it from Decal Gal or Decal Girl, the website, if you look it up and Google it. And they have skins for most DJI drones. It's just a vinyl skin, so that's why mine looks a little different. You'll notice I skin my controller as well. So the drones that I'm showing you guys, a couple of them will have skins. So the next drone again I want to talk about is, I own a DJI Air 2S. This guy right here. And again, I have him skinned as well. Actually pretty cool when you skin him. But this drone right now, I think, and for a long time I thought, was by far DJI's best bang for your buck drone. No doubt about it. Incredible camera, incredible sensor, incredible footage. I mean, flight characteristics, battery life, everything that you would possibly want in a drone, this drone had. And this, like, to me this is probably DJI's best piece of tech that they've ever made, in my opinion, up until this point, at the time of release. And the reason why I want to talk about this drone is because right now this drone is still available online. You can get it used, you can get it refurbished from DJI. I actually bought this drone almost 2 years ago, and I bought it directly from DJI, and I bought it and it was a renewed drone. And it was flawless. Like, you could not tell that it was refurbished by DJI. And I've had it for 2 years, and obviously I'm really careful with my equipment, so I've never crashed it, but it still flies like new today. And I wanted to, again, talk about this drone because this drone right now is available all over the internet for, somewhere around $700 or $800. Now, that's, for the Fly More combo. So you can get it, I would probably stay away from eBay. Nothing against eBay, but too many shady things happen. But you can go to like a retailer like Adorama. I bought 2 drones from Adorama, and they're a very reputable reseller of drones. And they list the condition right on their site, and it's an easy transaction. They're very professional. And I bought this drone secondhand, renewed from Adorama a couple years back. And let me tell you, it's been a great piece of equipment. And at the time, obviously I paid a little more than what it's available for now, but this is a fantastic drone with a 1-inch sensor and zoom. And I mean, it just, look into this if you're looking for a drone. Don't look away or don't discard the Air 2S. It's still a very, very good drone if you're kind of on a budget and want something that really flies nice and takes unbelievable footage. This is another great piece of machinery. And this one is also available with the normal controller, or you can get it with the RC, with the DJI RC controller as well. So I picked it up, originally with the normal controller, and then when this controller came out, it came out with the Mini 3 Pro, I believe, and it wasn't available for the Air 2S. And as soon as the firmware update came out, to make the Air 2S compatible, I went out and got this controller and sold my old original controller. So again, another great value, DJI Air 2S. Don't sleep on this one. It's an unbelievable piece of machinery for what it's available for price-wise right now. The last drone, guys, that I want to talk about is something that I got recently. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because the price that it's available for online right now is just outrageous. So I recently got, and this is the only one I have that's not skinned, but this is a Mini 3 Pro. And I know the Mini 4 Pro is newer and fairly, fairly recent, or more recent than the Mini 3 Pro, and is the latest and greatest. But I can tell you, right now a Mini 4 Pro Fly More combo is, right around $1,000. Actually a little more if you look, depending on the retailer that you're looking on. So that's a lot of money for a mini sized drone. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a really nice drone. It's got the all-way obstacle avoidance, just like the Air 3 and the Air 3S. But when I look at something like the Mini 3 Pro, this has obstacle avoidance on the front, obstacle avoidance on the back, and obstacle avoidance on the bottom. And this drone I picked up from Adorama a couple weeks ago, and it just recently got delivered. So this drone, believe it or not, with the DJI RC controller, so this drone with the controller, it's the Fly More combo that I bought. So I got the bag with it, I got the 3 batteries, all of the charging cords, the remote. So Adorama had this on their site in mint condition. Adorama sells used equipment and new, but their used drones are rated like, fair, excellent, excellent plus, mint, open box, and new. And this one was rated as a mint condition. And let me tell you, it is literally in mint condition. I mean, there was like bubble wrap on it, and there was the right plastics on the camera when I got it. Brand new. You can't tell that this is not a brand new drone. And what's good about it is I was able to get the Fly More combo of the Mini 3 Pro with the controller and the 3 batteries, the bag, the whole shebang, and I only paid $569. $569, guys, for this Mini 3 Pro Fly More combo with the RC controller with the built-in screen. That to me is an unbelievable value to find that. I mean, Adorama is one of those sites that you got to go to, and there's a bunch of sites out there that sell drones, but Adorama in particular, you got to go there and kind of see what they got, and if you don't act fast, the deal will be gone. I was looking, and I had my heart set on a Mini 3 non-pro version, and I was about to pull the trigger, and then I checked Adorama's site like one morning and saw this Mini 3 Pro for $569, and saw that it was in mint condition, and looked at the details, and immediately said, no way, I gotta get this. And that's how I acquired it. But long story short, I didn't want to make this too long of a video. I want to talk about those 3 drones in particular, because right now they're available. First of all, you can get them, and they're at a killer price, like unbelievably killer price. So you have 3 options: a low, a middle, and a high, right? Again, to recap, you've got the Specta Air, which is essentially a DJI Air 3. There's no Fly More combo on that. You have to get the extra batteries. One thing that I forgot to share is the extra batteries do take a while to ship. I ordered my drone, got my drone from Amazon like next day because I have Prime, and then I ordered an extra battery, and I had to wait, like 2-3 weeks for the battery. But it did arrive. It did arrive correctly, the right battery, or batteries. I bought 2 of them, but I had to wait a little bit. But in all, I mean, that drone, $1,100, let's say, and I've got a fantastic drone. Air 3 / Specta Air. That's your high-end option in bang for your buck, in my opinion, right now anyway. Middle of the road is the Air 2S. This is probably $700 or $800 right now for the Flymore combo. You can find one in decent condition. I would recommend Adorama. They've got a couple on there in very decent condition, and still an incredible flying drone, and stupid silly not to get it for that price right now. This drone is every bit of worth the $700 or $800 that you would pay for it today. And then obviously, you know, for a couple reasons. One, if you're budget limited, and two, maybe you don't want a full-size drone and you want to stay under the 250 gram limit, which is what the mini series does. Now, I should also mention that the Flymore combo that I got from Adorama for the Mini 3 Pro was for the regular batteries, not the plus batteries, right? So these are the 34-minute rated batteries. There's a 47 or 48-minute rated battery that you can buy as well, but that would take you over the 250 gram limit. So I think this is a great beginner drone with some really cool features and a fantastic camera. You guys can do a little bit more research on the Mini 3 Pro. I didn't want to make this a video about this drone in particular, but obstacle avoidance, the ability to film vertically, to take vertical video, which is, the Mini 3 Pro and 4 Pro right now are the only drones in the market that film true vertical instead of cropping. And some of the other intelligent flight modes like tracking in a mini drone is unheard of. I mean, it's unbelievable for a price of around $550. I paid $569 for my Flymore combo, and I'm very happy with it. So hopefully this video helps somebody and just put some awareness out there. I'm going to be taking some footage with these drones. I've already posted some on my Facebook page and a couple of the groups that I belong to on Facebook. All three of the drones fly excellent. All three of the drones take some incredible pictures and video. And again, I wanted to put the awareness out there because you don't always have to buy the latest and greatest. You don't always have to buy the top of the line drone that's available right now. You can go with the 1 or 1.5 year older model and get an incredible value. And I know Black Friday is around the corner, so we might see even better prices for these three drones. So take note of them if you're in the market for a drone. It's the holidays now, or the holidays are coming up, and you might be maybe considering a gift for someone or an upgrade for yourself. Take note and don't sleep on these three because they're really a incredible value. Specta Air, DJI Air 2S, or the Mini 3 Pro, DJI Mini 3 Pro, or even the DJI Mini 3 is really available at a really decent price now. But if given the choice, in my opinion, between the Mini 3 and the Mini 3 Pro, you should, pay the little extra if it's not too much for the Mini 3 Pro. I think the additional features and the obstacle avoidance and the other stuff that the camera can do over the 3 is better. But again, my name's Carlos Valdez. Hopefully I help somebody with this content. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like. I do some drone related content every once in a while. I'm not really an avid YouTuber, but if you have a question or a comment, if I can help you out in any way, let me know. Check out some of my other videos. There's some, I guess, good knowledge on there, or good content on there for beginners if you're a beginner. And if I can help you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out. As I always say at the end of my videos, happy flying.